In the top stories, Jahzara Claxton makes her West Indies team debut against England. Mia Mottley to contest Barbados' next general elections. And King travels to support Canada as it fends off Trump. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. Today is Monday, 26th May. I am Jasmine Thomas. History was created today when Jahzara Claxton made her West Indies team debut against England in the third final T20 international between the two teams. The talented 19-year-old becomes the first woman from St. Kitts and Nevis to play for the West Indies women's senior team. Jahzara was selected for the West Indies women's six-match tour of England that includes 3 T20 internationals, which will be followed by 3 one-day internationals. Jahzara's accomplishment continues in an amazing year for St. Kitts cricket that also saw Mikhail and Jeremiah Louis becoming the first Kittitians to be selected to play Test cricket for the West Indies. We will have more on her performance in the match in a subsequent newscast. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Nevis Division, in collaboration with the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force and the Nevis Disaster Management Department, conducted an intensive search operation on Saturday, 24th May, in connection with the ongoing missing person investigation of Trivon Rogers of Potworks. Rogers was last seen on Saturday, 17th May, in the Westbury and Fountain areas of Nevis. The operation was led by Inspector Charles and other senior officers from the participating agencies. Searches were carried out across multiple challenging terrains, including guts, banks, caves, and dense vegetation in Westbury, Fountain, Spring Hill, Hog Valley, Shaw's Road, and Garners. Several abandoned properties in the area were also searched. Efforts were further supported by family members and friends of Rogers who joined the operation. Drone technology was deployed to assist in the search, operated by Corporal Wallace and Constable Ali. In addition to the physical search, house-to-house inquiries were conducted to gather any relevant information that might aid in locating the missing individual. Despite the comprehensive nature of the operation, which occurred between 6:21 and 11:14 in the morning, Rogers was not located. The police force remains committed to the search and to bringing resolution to Rogers' family. The police urges anyone with information regarding his whereabouts to contact the nearest police station. The walls outside of the Public Works Department on Baker's Corner have been transformed by artwork done by local artist Sasha the Artist. Kent Fuentes was present for the official unveiling.
If you happen to walk past the Public Works Department wall on Baker's Corner, Wellington Road, you would notice that it has been given a facelift in the form of a mural. The artwork was painted by Sasha the Artist as part of the Creative Economies Culture Commission that commissioned artists from the Federation to create murals highlighting the art, culture, and sporting history of St. Kitts and Nevis. Themed Walks of Life, the creator of the piece explained what it actually depicts.
It's a bold mural that explores themes of history, culture, and sport through a series of faceless by intention figures, symbolic figures, each representing a part of our St. Kitts and Nevis identity. The name reflects both the location, a busy crossroad as you can see, where people from all walks of life pass through every day. And its message: we are grounded in our roots, shaped by our past, and always moving forward.
Among the icons featured in the artwork are Calypsonian, the late King Ayatollah, and the track and field legend Kim Collins. Sasha the Artist said it was also important for her that citizens can feel they are part of the mural when they walk by, hence its theme, Walk of Life.
I think it was easy because of where we are right now, Baker's Corner, Wellington Road, being such a busy area, especially for foot traffic, as well as vehicular traffic. I knew I had to put that somehow so that people could sort of blend in when they're walking past or driving past. So lucky for me, I had to do a lot of research and finding the right images to show actual movement because I wanted to reflect the name Walks of Life.
Minister responsible for the creative economy, the Honorable Samal Duggins, was left impressed by the mural, adding history has always been documented through art, and so should be the case for the Federation of St.
A project such as this was born from the idea that history has told stories of those who document their stories. When we think of any civilization, we think about those who have documented their stories through art. Whether it was the Great Pyramids of Egypt, it was the art of the architecture. Whether it was ancient Europe, it would have been the sculptures and the arts and the paintings. Everywhere that we think about history, it is reflected on the documentation of art. And so this project was born from that philosophy, that if we document who we are, future generations will be able to reflect and understand who we were.
Sasha, the artist, meanwhile, encouraged the young artists to believe in their ability and never be afraid to showcase the work they produce. Kent Fuentes, ZIZ News. If you happen...
Thanks, Kent. We now take a look at news on the regional scene. Prime Minister Mia Mottley has confirmed she will lead the Barbados Labour Party, BLP, into the next general election, reversing her earlier decision to step down after this term. Speaking Saturday night at a BLP rally, celebrating the party's by-election win in St. James North, the 59-year-old leader told supporters that while she had initially planned for this term to be her last, the pressing national and global challenges and appeals from citizens had led her to reconsider. She noted that over the past year, and particularly in recent weeks, she had been urged by colleagues, civil society, private sector leaders, the labor movement, and citizens across Barbados to remain in the helm, citing ongoing global instability, including conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, tensions in the Indo-Pacific, and the worsening climate crisis. Mottley said Barbados needed steady leadership through uncertain times. And on the international scene, King Charles III and Queen Camilla will arrive in Canada later for a two-day visit seen as bringing a message of support for the country in the face of threats and taunts from U.S. President Donald Trump. Prime Minister Mark Carney, who recently won a general election on a wave of anti-Trump sentiment, invited the royal couple and will hold a meeting with them during their stay in Ottawa. The King will read the speech from the throne to Canada's Parliament on Tuesday, the first time a monarch has delivered this for almost 50 years. It is expected to include a defense of Canada's sovereignty and to reject claims it should be taken over by the U.S. By reading the speech from the throne, the King is following in the footsteps of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who carried out the duty twice during her long reign in 1957 and 1977. And now for a look at the weather. Present weather is cloudy with slight dust haze. Winds are light from the east northeast at 8 miles per hour. Seas are 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 4 to 6 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts partly sunny and hazy skies with a 40% or moderate chance of brief passing showers. Tonight will be fair to partly cloudy skies with brief cloudy spells and a 40% or moderate chance of a brief overnight shower. Sunset today will be at approximately 20 minutes before 7. Sunrise tomorrow morning will be at around 25 minutes before 6. And that brings us to the end of the Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. Grace be to you and peace be multiplied from God the Father.